Ferguson is an English teacher, and he lives up in the foothills, and his internet connection is pretty mediocre. That's why he's not here. But he wishes you all the best and would love to see all of your faces in NO2 this year. But because that can't happen, I'm still really happy that the program is going to continue to exist in an online setting, because now more than ever, speech and debate is one of the most important things you can do as a high school student to find your own voice, develop advocacy and educational abilities that you will not get anywhere else. So I'm really proud to see the record turnout. 63 people signing up for this camp is growth and turnout that I've never seen for this program. So it's awesome to see how many of you understand and recognize how powerful learning these tools can be for your entire life. And I really appreciate that you're all here. I also want to say a brief thank you to all of the alums who have come out today to lecture and help. This couldn't happen without all of you. So thank you for helping make this an amazing camp for the next few weeks. And thanks to the senior captains, Alex, Carissa, Annie, and Connor for organizing this and making this camp happen. And without that, I'm now going to turn it over to them. I just wanted to say hi, introduce myself, and let you know who I am. And you can contact me at any time. I'll leave my information in the chat or on the speech and debate shutterfly if you have any questions about tournaments or questions about anything else. Okay, everyone good? Awesome. So I'm going to turn it over to Alex and Carissa.
All right, so again, welcome to our speech and debate some DHS Summer Online Bootcamp. And we're just going to go over some of the regulations and sort of schedule ideas that you guys should understand as you participate in this camp. Next slide. Oh man, there's a lag delay. Okay, again, the main camp coordinators are myself, Annie, Carissa, and Connor. If you continue with our team, we are also the 2020-2021 senior captains. So feel free to contact any of us if you guys have any questions or concerns. And also, you can also email the email that we've put on this presentation if you also have any questions or concerns, or if your parents want to contact us. Yeah. All right, next slide, Krista. Okay, so we've currently, on this slide, we've listed all of the presenters and lecturers in this camp, just to give a quick shout out and recognition to all of them. So obviously you can see debate lectures are on the left and speech lectures are on the right. And again, all of the lectures are a combination of current team members and alumni that we've invited, and they've taken time out of their busy schedules to prepare a lecture and talk to you guys about speech and debate. Next slide, Krista. Okay, so obviously we don't have to keep stressing these, but these are rules and regulations that we've written into this program because we want to make sure that obviously this camp is done in an orderly fashion and that everyone is behaving themselves. So I feel like these are pretty self-explanatory, but these are just for privacy and just sort of personal protection reasons. And also because all of these meetings are basically being recorded and put online. So we are trying to limit how much personal information is getting out there, and also just sort of anything bad that happens behind the scenes. We've also said that your refusal to basically obey or comply with some of these rules and regulations, for example, one of them is having clothes on, or for example, a shirt on during a Zoom meeting. We hope to never have to use that our power, but we will just kick you out of the camp if that becomes a problem and you just straight up aren't listening to us. So on that note, we ask you guys to have your videos on, particularly as we move into actual lectures, because we want the lecturers to be able to see that they're actually talking to someone and their message is actually getting across, and that you can nod or you can sort of shake your head, or just they can see the body language of you reacting to their lecture and making sure that you're understanding what's happening and you're not just completely lost. So if you don't want to have your Zoom video on, We basically just ask that you like actually you email us directly, and you kind of just let us know, and that is totally fine. Then you can just leave your video off. But for other reasons, we would like to have your video on. Okay, so on to just a list of general information. Um, while you can contact us about like some of your questions, we do recommend that you first go to our frequently asked questions page on our website at dhssid.card.co, because we have a FAQ page there, so that might be helpful before you then turn to emailing us. So yeah, on the second note, and this is probably the most important part of this camp, is the fact that you are not required to attend any of the lectures. So to be very clear, if you could have just signed up for this camp, and you don't have to show up for anything else. That's totally fine. Because our camp policy is not to like force you to follow a certain track or go to certain lectures. It's sort of pick and choose according to what you're interested in, what your experience level is, and what you actually have time for. Because I know people are going on summer trips, people have classes, people have work, et cetera, et cetera. So it is like very flexible for what you want to do. For any lectures, I mean the lecture Zoom links and any updates, those are going to be posted on our Google Classroom with the code TSRTPMH. If you aren't in our Google Classroom, which I think a lot of you guys are, again, go ahead and log onto your personal email and join our Google Classroom. And then also we've already begun posting some introductions, some more information. And so do feel free to introduce yourself to us by replying to the welcome to our camp post. And yeah, we want to get to know you guys and sort of help you guys have a great two weeks in participating in this camp. And then lastly, on our Google Classroom, we have finalized an extensive guide for lecture recommendations. So if you're like completely unsure of like what lectures you think will fit for you or what lectures you should go to, we highly recommend you kind of look through the guide for the at least the basic recommendations, and then sort of go from there for where your interests lie and where your experience can actually help you understand the content. Next slide, person. Next slide. That's it. If you guys have like any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Krista, you can also stop sharing. But that's it for
Yeah.
today's like camp opener, and then some other things.
I'd like to interject last minute to announce that for the next meeting, instead of intro to debates, we'll be switching intro to debate and intro to speech around. So intro to speech will actually be at the 1 p.m. time slot, and intro to debate will be at the 3 p.m. time slot, just as a last minute decision that we made between the captains. Other than that, yeah, that's basically all I have to say.
Yeah, so we can take a few minutes if alumni or people who are lecturing would like to introduce themselves briefly, and after that we can also take your questions so you have time to think about them. Annie, would you like to go first?
All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Annie Zhao, and I am a rising senior at DHS, and I will be one of your captains for the 2020-2021 school year. I mostly do speech, and so my main events are OI, or oratorical interpretation, and POI, program oral interpretation. I have dabbled a little bit in debate, specifically in parley in my last couple of years, but I realized that speech is more suited towards me, and so I decided to pursue it more throughout my high school career.
All right, anyone can say something if they want. I'll go now. So my name is Carissa, and I'm also a rising senior, and I do LD debate, and I'm a failed speech student, so that's why I got into debate. All right, so Alex, would you like to go? We can do the captains, and then maybe like current team members, and then alumni, or whoever wants to pop in.
Oh, sure. So, hi, I'm Alex. I'm also one of the senior captains for next season. I'm a parliamentary debater mostly. I've done a decent amount of extemporaneous speaking, but my main like priority and work or competition is in parliamentary debate. And then Connor is our last captain.
Hello, I'm Connor. I'm also going to be senior captain next year. I'm Alex's partner, and we do the best debate of them all, which is parliamentary debate. So if you guys are just getting here, trying to do it, it's parley.
I have to leave, so I'll go next. I'm Ben Skinner. I was a senior this past year, so I graduated, fortunately. And I will be doing the Intro to Congressional Debate lecture. I have done a lot of different debate events, and Congress is by far the coolest of all of them. So you better be at my lecture. I will be very disappointed in you if you are not there.
I can go next. Hi, everyone. I'm Nikki. I'm a rising junior, and my event is Lincoln Douglas Debate. And I will be leading the lecture on the introduction to Lincoln Douglas Debate, which is the coolest debate. Don't listen to Ben and come to my lecture. Yeah, Carissa. All right.
All right, I'll go next. I'm Braden. I'm going to be a senior next year, and I've done the majority of my time mainly in parliamentary debate and extemporaneous speaking. I've also done impromptu speaking at times and congressional debate as well. And I'll mainly be teaching about extemporaneous and impromptu this time.
I guess I'll pop in. Hey y'all, my name is Lily. I'm a rising freshman in college. I just graduated DHS. I have an emphasis in policy debate, but I think I've done enough events to know a little bit about everything. I'm going to be doing a lot of the, I think, novice debate lectures. So if y'all are interested in that, definitely come watch them. Also, even though everyone else is arguing that their debate event is the best, I'm going to say that policy debate is definitely the most educational. And if you want to pursue it and be successful in any other type of debate, you should definitely try policy.
I can go next. Hi, I'm David. I graduated class of 2016. Apologies for the sound, there's some construction going on by me. But I graduated class of 2016, so that means I'm going to be a senior in college. I'm majoring in Asian Studies, and my lecture is on Confucianism. Back when I did debate, I did Lincoln Douglas debate and original oratory. So I sort of took this background in philosophy, and I'm looking at Eastern philosophy now.
I'll follow David. I was class of 2016, so a long time ago. But back in the day, I did Parley and LD for the most part, as well as some of the limited prep speech events, so mostly national extemp. I guess I'm going to talk about healthcare policy, which was a big emphasis for me throughout college, and then into graduate school.
I can go now. My name's Kate. I was in Andres's class. We were captains together. And I recently graduated from UCLA. I'm actually a nurse, which is not related at all to speech, but I did do a speech about it. I did LD and Congress one time each, and it was not my thing. I was much more on the interp end. So if you're unfamiliar with speech, interpretation are more like acting events. So that's what I did, and I will be leading a little workshop about building a character, especially for HI and DI, which are humorous or dramatic interpretations. Funnily enough, I never actually did either of those. I did duo, which is 2 people. I did TI, or thematic interp, which is kind of like POI that Annie was talking about, program of oral interp, and I did OPP. So maybe we can talk a little bit about that too. But that's basically where you write your own speech and then act it out. But I'm really excited. It's been like 5 years since I've done any of this, and I'm glad you're all here.
Go next. Hi, everyone. My name is Sydney. I graduated from DHS in the class of 2019. During my time on the speech and debate team, my main events were original oratory and parliamentary debate, but I also dabbled a little bit in public forum, congressional debate, and impromptu speaking. My lecture will be on an introduction to all the original events, so original oratory, advocacy, expository speaking, and OPP. So if you're interested in writing your own speeches, I encourage you to attend my lecture.
I guess I'll go next. Hi, I'm May. I'm gonna be a rising junior. I do speech, and my events are duo and mainly HI, which is humorous interpretation. And I will be doing a lecture with Annie later. Thank you.
I can go next. My name's Kiana. I'm going into my junior year at DHS, and I specialize in PF, or public forum debate. It's the most fun debate, and you get to yell a lot, so you guys should come. I'm going to be lecturing public forum with my partner, Veronica, today. So.
I can go next. I'm Veronica, Kiana's partner. I also do public forum debate, and we'll be doing our lecture later at 5. So yeah, I'm a rising junior too. So.
I can go next. I'm Malika. I'm also a rising junior. I've done debate before. I did public forum, and it was not really my cup of tea. So I mostly do speech events now, like dramatic interpretation and impromptu.
All right, I think that's most people and most of the lectures. Do we have any questions that you have right now that we can cover? We'd really like to get them out of the way so that we can answer them immediately if that's possible for you. So I'm guessing everyone's good. Make sure to check out our FAQ page and also to check out the recommendations for lecture levels. Hani has a question. So she says, how soon after each lecture are YouTube recordings posted? We would probably say in maybe 2 to 3 days. Alex, I think you're going to be the one posting that. Do you have something you want to say about that?
I'll say, like, give us at least 24 hours before we try to post the videos up, because we may try to add some clarifications or also like do some editing in case like some information is on the screen that we don't necessarily want. Yeah.
Just a final reminder that there is, again, we have a schedule change. Intro to speech will be at 1 p.m. and intro to debate will be at 3 p.m. Again, intro to speech will be at 1 p.m. and intro to debate will be at 3 p.m. Just as a final reminder for those of you who haven't realized. Yes, Kessler.
I have a question. Do lawsuits require debating?
You can email Ferguson that. He's the English teacher who's the head coach of our program, and he's a former lawyer. So he could definitely answer that question. For the most part, they do. He said to me multiple times that debate is very similar and not similar at all to the legal profession.
I have a question. Who do we contact, or how do we contact y'all if we have an issue?
I will put my email in the chat. If anyone has an issue, they can contact me. Anything about debate or speech or the program, just email me at that email address. I'll also post that at the Card.io if anyone needs that.
Yeah,
And you can also email us at davishighsad@gmail.com, and that information is up on the card. Can we take 1 or 2 last questions? Otherwise, we can probably end the meeting if that's okay with you, Alex, so everyone can get started and get breakfast and stuff.
Yep.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. We're so glad you're here. Please check out the events that interest you, and you can see explanations of some of the events on the lecture schedule. And thank you again for coming, and everyone can leave now, and we hope to see you later.